The most brainless combo of units in Anime Vanguards Update 7.5 that will allow you to pretty much brainlessly clear everything in this game. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. By the way, chat, I just want to let you guys know that our goal is to get to 100k subscribers before the end of the year, and I'll be posting daily until we get to 100k subs. And if you want to help me reach this goal, then don't forget to like and subscribe and join our Discord in the pinned comment down below. This is going to be a great help, and I appreciate everybody who subscribes and support me in this journey. Let's go. So what is the most brainless team? First, let's define the term brainless. Basically, what I mean by this is the team that will allow you to clear the most amount of stages, if not all the stages in Anime Vanguards, without basically using your brain. Basically, without having to think of, should I upgrade this? Should I use this ability? Basically, the team that will allow you to clear pretty much everything in Anime Vanguards with the least amount of thought. Alright, so, and that team is very simple, and it's basically just two units that you really need for that team. It's basically going to be Kaguya and Escanor. Now, the reason why this team is absolutely broken is very simple. Now, I'll explain Kaguya first, but essentially what Kaguya does is, if you check her passive is basically she can teleport to any unit in the map. Her dimension has capabilities to attack every single enemy. And apart from that, she can support. She's pretty much the best support in the game. She has map-wide attacks with her domain. She has map-wide nuke. She has damage. She has pretty much every crowd control that you can think of. She has repulse. She has slow. I believe she also has stun or freeze. I'm not really too sure on that, but I know she has the slow and repulse. Now, if you want to go even more sweaty, right, because this is just the first part of this team. Basically, the other part of this is going to be Escanor, because Escanor is going to basically clear those other stages. Well, Escanor is basically like the more brain dead clearing method, but the problem with Escanor is he has weaknesses, like he cannot handle shields, right? We all know that weakness. But Kaguya is here so that if there are shields, if there are, shielded enemies in any stage that you're going to be doing, you can just use Kaguya. But otherwise, you're going to be using Escanor for basically all the other stages that you want to clear. So let me show you like an example of this. I'm going to go to challenges right now, and I'm going to equip my other units. And of course, I'm going to be bringing the frigging Vanguard squad right here, because realistically, the most brainless combo is going to be them. Like, they literally are made to be brainless. That's literally their purpose. We're gonna do the daily challenge right now, and it's double dungeon. So here in double dungeon, I believe there are enemies with a shield. So instead of using Escanor here, I'll probably just be using Kaguya. Alright, you can see right here that I have the units placed down, and I'm just gonna wait for Kaguya to be available. Then I'll place Kaguya down, and I won't even upgrade the farms, okay? I won't even upgrade the farms. I'll just be upgrading Kaguya here, turn on her domains, and I'll be able to clear this game mode pretty much easily. Now, the thing with this one is I could actually just place Kaguya like anywhere. Like, for example, I'm gonna let these guys leak. Like, let's say, for example, you're AFK, you're doing something, right? Let's say, for example, you play the game, you're AFK, and you didn't notice that there are already leaks, right? Or maybe you don't want to find where you need to place your unit, or where the most optimal place to place your unit is. Just place Kaguya down like that, and then she'll teleport to those enemies that you need to clear. She'll teleport to the first enemy in the path. And obviously, with Monarch, and yes, you will need Monarch on both Kaguya and Escanor for this to be truly brainless. You can pretty much clear everything in the game with just Kaguya. There are certain things that you cannot clear with Kaguya. Sid Raid is, I don't think, clearable with Kaguya easily, but Escanor exists for Sid Raid, and this is why they both are the most brain-dead combo. And the best part about Kaguya is after, for example, you have cleared all the leakers, she will literally teleport herself to the most optimal place to instantly delete anybody that's coming out of the portal. Like, as you can see right here, I started out, I placed her here, and now she's over there clearing the enemies instantly because she placed herself literally kissing the portal. Imagine if Aizen had this passive. If Aizen had this passive, Aizen would be so broken, man. Alright, Mei statue is here. As you guys can see, it has shields, but we don't care because this is not Escanor we're talking about here. This is Kaguya, and she doesn't have weakness to shields, and she is the strongest Vanguard. You guys can see right there, she actually freezed or stunned the enemy. The shield is taking a little bit, but she can clear that because even if this unit or enemy gets past her range, she will just teleport and just kill this enemy. If it ever leaks, she will just teleport. You can actually clear these stages sometimes without even upgrading her once, because she will just teleport and chase them to kill them. That's how broken she is. Alright, we finished that. Now I want you guys to see something. I'm gonna go in and this one right here is going to be the solo Escanor Sid raid. The Sid raid is one of the most annoying raids in Anime Vanguard, so the fact that you could use Escanor to just solo him, literally just one unit, no farms, no nothing, just him, not even Kaguya, and to be able to do it in record time is absolutely crazy. Escanor is the best unit for doing this right now, and usually the Sid raid takes a while. I think back then the clears was around like 11 minutes, something like that, but now it's like 4 minutes for each Sid raid because of how brokenly overpowered Escanor is when there's no shields. Okay, remember that, when there's no shields, right? So as you guys can see right here, I'm clearing the Sid raid absolutely easily with barely any difficulties. And not just that, Escanor can do this to literally every stage that doesn't have shields. That's literally the only limitation to how brain dead Escanor is just do not use him with any stage that has shields, and you'll be able to clear almost everything. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this as well is because in Anime Vanguards, there's a lot of repeated grinds. Now, let me preface this by saying that all tower defense games has repeated grinds, but what I'm talking about here is the reroll grind for Anime Vanguards, which is one of the most important grinds. I will be making another video about this, but essentially Kaguya and Escanor makes the reroll grind so much more better. And I don't think it's easy or possible to manually grind or to basically grind all these stages manually, like, you know, without informal, if you don't have these two units, because you can, but it will be very annoying. Like, imagine not having Kaguya and Escanor and trying to grind out some of these harder stages. It's gonna be very hard. But with Kaguya and Escanor, and I actually tried this, I could literally clear bounties, all of them, while playing another game. I could do it while playing another game. I could clear boss rush while playing Escanor, just placing Escanor down while I'm playing another game. I could literally go wash the chores and just let Escanor clear boss rush and come back and he's already done with it. So yeah, basically this team is absolutely perfect for clearing those repetitive stages, for things you want to grind, specifically for the trait reroll grind in the game, because it's the most repetitive grind in Anime Vanguards, because rerolls are those things that you have to do daily, like the daily challenges, the bounties, the boss rush that we need to do, and also with events, right? With Ichigo's event that you have to do a bunch of times. Escanor and Kaguya is literally the perfect units to use for that, because they're so brain dead easy to use that you don't really need to think as much. So, and that, my friends, is why this team is the most brainless. These two units right here, Kaguya and Escanor, is the most brainless combo, because if you use both of them, you can literally clear the entire game almost. I think there's only a few stages, if not just one stage, you can't brainlessly clear with these two units. That being the GGX stage, I think that's the only one you can't brainlessly clear with these two units. But otherwise, you can clear pretty much everything with these two units, literally brainlessly, mindlessly, actually. And yes, some other units can do it as well, but these two do it best. That's pretty much it for today's video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.